Welcome back. Well, the pandemic saw book sales soar to their highest levels in nearly a decade, with romance listed as one of the highest growth sectors. New York Times bestselling author Tessa Bailey believes real romance is here to stay. And she joins me live from Sandals, LaSource, Grenada Resort and Spa in St. George's to talk about her latest romance novel, Hook, Line, and Sinker. And she also has some tips to bring romance from the page to reality. Hi, Tessa.
Hi, how are you? Nice to be here.
So, Tessa, I have friends who swear by romance novels. Talk to us about your latest book, Hook, Line, and Sinker.
Hook, Line, and Sinker it's a spicy one. So there's no better place to launch than the Spice Island of Grenada. This is a king crab fisherman and his best friend, who she's kind of got her cap set on another man. And he's a little bit of a Casanova, so he's helping her with some sort of ideas to land this other man. But in the process of that, they fall in love with each other instead.
Ah, interesting and intriguing. How do you bring your characters to life, and how do you bring the romance to life?
Well, I give them, I give them their personalities, and then I think the number one thing a romance author has to sort of understand before they start writing is why can't they be together? What's the conflict? And then you kind of put them in situations where they can fall in love and where maybe they have opportunities to see each other in, vulnerable situations or, where their strengths are on display, things like that. Those are sort of the ways I have them fall in love on the page.
Well, I mentioned that I have some friends who read romance novels to keep that spark alive. Talk to us about how couples can bring the romance that they read into their real life relationship.
Well, that's actually why I'm here in Grenada at Sandals this week, because they've launched this Institute of Romance. It's like a trend house that's sort of studying why there's been this massive uptick in romance novel consumption. And 55% of women would like to see, what they read about in romance novels translate to their real life relationships. So they're kind of just learning what those things are. It's mostly, spontaneous gestures or better communication. It's the quiet moments more than the big sweeping gestures.
And it's not the handsome hunk with the finely chiseled body?
I mean, it doesn't hurt. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I have dad bods in some of my books. It's not always the chiseled, that's sort of, the Fabio look is sort of something maybe that isn't always in the present day romance novel.
So the goal then is to help inspire couples and to keep that spark alive.
Yes, and so they've actually in Grenada, this is their first romance library. They're going to put books from me, from other romance authors, Avon romance authors like Olivia Dade and Alyssa Cole, Sally Thorne. They're going to put their romance novels in this library, and couples could actually read them together. 2/3 of women say their partners are sexier when they take an interest in what they like. And if so many women are reading romance novels, there's no reason a man can't read one too with their partner.
Absolutely. Well, another thing that I think brings that spark back just a little bit is a destination vacation, because it's someplace different. You're, of course, away from the stress and the strains of everyday life. But what if you can't get away? You just want to bring that spark back in your humble abode.
Yeah, well, you can win a 4-day, 3-night trip to any of the Sandals resorts right now on sandals.com. That is the hot tip. You can get also a 30-minute, Zoom call with me, and I can give you some ideas about how to spice things up maybe when you're not at the resort. But I think that, it's really just about taking yourself out of your usual setting, even just a walk or a dinner or a spontaneous, hike, anything just to kind of break up the normal routine can be really helpful.
All right. Well, where can we go for some more information about that opportunity?
You can go to sandals.com. You can go to sandals.com and find out, and Hook, Line, and Sinker is available basically anywhere books are sold.
Well, you certainly piqued my interest. And guys, I know if you need a break, opening up a good book, and a good sexy book always helps. Tessa Bailey, thanks so much for joining me. And guys, check out the Sandals LaSource Grenada Resort and Spa in St. George's and plan a trip or two. Thanks so much, Tessa.
Thanks for having me.